Careful, Sam, jeez.
I'm gonna have to go and have a sit down now and think about what's just happened. Hello everyone and welcome back to Rockingham, where this time we've brought along a Puma ST for our lap time series, and it's been modified by the guys at Mountune with 260 horsepower. Let's get straight on the track.
Back at my favourite place, Rockingham, but this time we're in a crossover, which, well, it's not the first time I've done this before. I've been in a Kona N Hyundai, which, as you probably know, is a pretty quick crossover in this hot and very new segment. But this Puma ST, in standard trim from Ford, 200 horsepower, it's quick, but that Kona's in a league of its own. But now, with the Mountune upgrades that have been applied to this car, this thing is really quick. So what have Mountune done? Well, the guys and girls in Essex have upgraded the standard 1.5 litre 3-cylinder turbocharger on this car. So it's a standard turbocharger on the car, but with new electronics, new map, and that means it's got 260 horsepower, which is pretty close to that Kona N. And this is lighter as well, remember, so it should be very, very close on paper. We've got lowering springs, standard dampers, but the standard dampers on this car are pretty mega as they are. And we've got uprated brake pads. So there's a lot of stuff that's quite familiar in terms of the chassis to what was done on the Fiesta, and that's not really a surprise because they're quite similar cars. But do you know what this car has, which I did not expect it to have on it when I picked it up this morning? It's got Michelin Pilot Sport Cup 2 rubber. Now, if you don't know what that is, it's some seriously sticky rubber. I mean, the Fiesta had Super Sports, they were sticky enough. But these Cup 2s, this is the sort of stuff you get on Cayman GT4s and the like. So while today at Rockingham, we don't have perfect conditions. There was a rain cloud earlier that came over, dumped a load of moisture on the circuit, but it started to dry out now. It's a bit windy, we've had a bit of sunshine. Once you get these Cup 2s up to temperature, my God, is there some grip? He says as he nearly loses the back end on one of the quickest corners of the track. Woo-hoo-hoo! It's got so much grip, and the traction as well is really very impressive in this car. I don't actually think this car has a Quaife limited slip differential. It's not tugging me in. I don't think this has got the performance pack part. Despite this potentially not being the most extreme iteration of Puma ST in its basic form, with these tyres on the car, my God, it's got so much grip. Is it going to be quicker than our Kona N around the track? I mean, the Kona N was on a pretty grippy day actually, but I think this thing's got a good chance. Let's time it.
I cannot believe what just happened. I absolutely did not think that this thing would be quicker than the Fiesta ST. And okay, 400 isn't exactly a lot. A gust of wind could have changed that on the next lap. But my goodness, this is a crossover with less power and it's quicker. Now, of course, the reason for this is because of these things down here. It's got Cup 2 tyres, and that meant this thing went round much quicker than that Hyundai Kona N. I'd love to get these two cars back together on the same day, ideally same weather, same tyre, we'll get a really close comparison going there. But I think on this day today, outstanding machine. All of the mods that Mountune have done, it meant that 260 horsepower with that standard engine, it still put the power down tremendously well. And it meant that the brakes, the pads they're putting on these things at Mountune, I don't know what they're using, but my God, they're so, so good. And they stand up to so much punishment as well. Every part of this car just feels uplifted and improved. Brakes, turn in, mid-corner, traction on exit, all lifted by like 25%. Easy, amazing. I hope you're as surprised as I am. I'm gonna have to go and have a sit down now and think about what's just happened. Of course, I can't wait to return and put some more cars up against our stopwatch. Make sure you subscribe to the channel because you won't want to miss out.